Learning to breathe naturally is so important to help create a great speaking or singing voice that's attractive, versatile and powerful when you need it to be. But you've probably heard a lot of advice about breathing, some of which is conflicting and some of which is rather confusing. Let's start at the very beginning. In our bodies we have what's called the respiratory system, a series of air passages connected to the lungs. The lungs themselves don't have muscles themselves, but muscles work to expand and contract the area around the lungs to create a vacuum. It works a bit like a pump, and so air gets sucked in. And then the muscles do their bit to exhale the air through vocal folds that vibrate. That makes our voice. These vibrations are then amplified by various cavities in our vocal tract, in our throat, head, upper torso. The basic vibrations are then articulated into speech or song by the tongue, lips and teeth, as I'm doing right now.
Now, all this is very clever, and we have a fantastic body for doing all of this. However, most of us misuse our bodies, and we don't use the most useful part of our structure to help draw more air in, to give our bodies more vital oxygen, and also to help our voices. I'm talking about the diaphragm. The diaphragm, located below the lungs, is the major muscle of respiration. It's a large dome-shaped muscle that contracts rhythmically and continuously, and most of the time involuntary. When we breathe in, or on inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and flattens, and the chest cavity enlarges. On breathing out, or exhalation, it gently springs back up into its dome shape to assist airflow out. If you're a professional voice artist, presenter, actor or singer, you'll have to engage this diaphragm, or else you simply won't have enough air for your work. You may have heard the expression try and speak or sing from the diaphragm, which is incorrect. No noise is actually created here. The expression really just means that you use the diaphragm to create the right amount of pressure to create the sound you want.
Apart from voice professionals, so many people don't use the diaphragm enough and drip through life with shallow upper chest breathing, which produces often an unattractive and limp voice. We should all use our diaphragms more because it makes the human voice have much more power, resonance and energy, as well as give it much more fuel when required for speech and song. And this is all very important. Our lungs are actually connected, glued if you like, to the inside of the chest wall. So when the diaphragm contracts, in other words goes down, the rib cage expands, the lungs expand with it. We also have muscles in the rib cage wall, and that can expand the chest cavity further. So if you remember your physics and science from school, by enlarging our lung volume, the pressure of the air inside drops below the pressure of the air outside. This causes air to come in to rebalance, right? Nature always likes to rebalance things. All right, that's enough science for now. I'm sure you want to know what this exercise is. It's a visualization exercise. I want you to imagine that you have a simple large party balloon inside your body. Now, forget about what I've just showed you about what your body actually looks like and all the tubes. All you got to think about is the balloon. Now, this sounds crazy, but it really does work this. Just imagine you've got a balloon. As you breathe in, the balloon gets bigger. As you breathe out, the balloon gets smaller, right? Cup your hands in the shape of the balloon. As we breathe in, the balloon gets bigger. As we breathe out, the balloon gets smaller. It's as simple as that.
So what's the point of this? It's a very useful visualization to help understanding. You need to imagine what your lungs are actually doing inside you. And this will tie in with the other exercises we're doing in this course and will help to clarify things for you. You see, it can be confusing talking about inhalation, exhalation, and where the diaphragm goes up and where it goes down, especially if you've got into the really bad habit of squeezing your tummy in as you breathe in. It should be the other way round. Simply imagine this balloon getting bigger when you inhale. Imagine the expanding balloon pushing your diaphragm down and pushing your tummy out. Then it gets smaller again on exhalation and everything around it contracts too.
So you need to put your hands in front of you to show the size of your imaginary balloon as you breathe in and out. I need you to breathe through your nose to inhale and you'll exhale through your mouth.